What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I did check in with the Hawkeyes head coach before the game. One of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will get first crack at it here. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Great move. Now he's got room. To running room. Electrifying play. Man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line.
Wow, we knew coming into this one, this offense wanted to start fast. But, David, how about that run and the vision and his ability to spring himself up into the second level, and you saw the speed. That's the kind of play early in a game that'll get your attention.
Get your attention and get the offense rolling. Get them in a rhythm. Like, you're not depending on your quarterback. Your offensive line did a great job paving the hole, creating an explosive on the very first drive. Man, that will get everyone lathered up and excited on this offense.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get... on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The give. Breaks into the pick up on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And the Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Right at the line. Here's a little room there. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to the right side. They were all over it.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Sayed got the quick pass. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Now here's Sayed. Back open in the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're... involved in the passing game too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He's got it on the right. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Again, it's Sayed. Fires to the wideout. Got it! Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the 1st and 2nd quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the 2nd quarter. Timeout signal 4 by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to pound it in. trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Marches ahead. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's a give to Malton. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide left, it's Malton.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Right side, it's Diaz. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Keep it on the ground. And it's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. A delay of game penalty, just a mistake that you can't have happen at this point of the game and this part of the field. Takes the handoff, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
The give to the back. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and he stopped after a pickup of 14, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The run to the left. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Julian saying to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Got the first down. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football on the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Again, it's Malton. Turning it on! And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Got to make the play on fourth. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on the number 9 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Wildcats with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And this coach has got to be happy they get back on track after dropping their last game, and it gets them to 3-1. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game at Kinnick Stadium. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's kick it back to the guys inside Kinnick Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
I caught up with Ohio State's head coach coming out of the locker room. He's looking for his team to really make some noise here in the third quarter. They know they're in playoff contention. They know that this is a big-time game to separate themselves, but they have got to have more intensity here to start the third quarter.
Appreciate that, Holly. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Play fake, say it. Rolls right. Blasted as he lets it go. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
The number 1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. Quick completion on the out. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, say it. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
After that sack, the O-line better get its act cleaned up. Third down coming. Saying from the gun on third down. Got him. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
They booted away on 4th down. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking down the middle. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quick step and go. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Quick spin on the line. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, it's Malton again. Swapped immediately. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half than he did first.
Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Keeps it moving, it's Jackson. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Say it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
3rd and long coming up. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Turns it upfield. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Sayin. Looking left. He's got it. 1st down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Finds his big tight end. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down. Iowa spends his 2nd timeout here. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Sayin to throw. Hauls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the back. Looking downfield. It's Sayin. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now the Hawkeyes will call their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Yeah, and this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Left side is Moulton. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football with that.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking. He's going to take off. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He wants a big play here late. He's got it on the outside. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Fresh set of downs going up top. Lost one deep down the right side. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Just keeps slinging it. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. DB's right up on the receivers. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Shotgun snap on third down. They're all over him. Got rid of it just in time.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing it.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it and he has to have it. Converts on fourth down and he's still going. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Wants to go up top on second down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. Ohio. It's the Maryland Terrapins and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game, he is taking a 1-0 approach. Even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today, he said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll look up and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go on the attack first. Talk about a dynamic duo in the passing game. We certainly have that in this one. They challenge defenses at every level, Jesse.
And this is arguably the best quarterback-wide receiver combo in the entire nation. And David, I feel like every week defenses try to come up with plans to stop these two. No one's been able to do it yet. They get their passes completed. They throw touchdowns.
Snags it, and there's running room. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Parker. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Firing deep. Takes a grab. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being aggressive, attacking the middle of the field right away, way down the field on this.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Terrapins offense takes the field for the first time in this game. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
And man, I can't wait to watch this chess match today. This defense, they are so buttoned up, and they are dialed in. They know exactly who they are. They can run zone, they can run man, they can stop the run. Like, they make things really hard for quarterbacks, Jesse. And this quarterback on the other side, he's pretty dang good. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
He's really good. He just has to be keyed in on timing. The ball has to come out on time. He can't stare things down against this defense because they're going to make you pay. And they try to make you see ghosts. I think one of the really good things about this defense is that they do a nice job disguising their coverages and changing the picture pre-snap to post-snap. So we know this quarterback physically, obviously, one of the most talented in the country, but mentally today, he has got to be sharp.
Back to throw, it's Washington. On the move, trying to make magic on the scramble. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Got it in the middle. It's Durham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Keeps it himself. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Play action on first down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard. Obviously, such a difficult conference. The Big Ten, you got to bring your A game so many times or else you do get beat. You've had some setbacks. Now, how are we going to finish? We've talked about this season. We've talked about what we want to do, and we might not be living up to expectations, but we can control finishing strong.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. And now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Right side, it's Smith. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Finding some room. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Sells to run, looking to pass. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Thrust that arm out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Drops back on first down. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time.
Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Manning. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Delay to the back. It's Smith. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Sets his feet, it's Washington. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Terrapins peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on first. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh center downs going to the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's stopped. The horseshoe, and third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Way off target there.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He won't get there. The defense with a fourth down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting a big stop.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Makes him talk to the hand. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll ride the hot hand. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And send the tight end in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, going to throw it. They'll run the screen. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score.
Number 96 sets a kickoff.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Back to throw, it's Washington. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make a connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Slips through the line. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, here on the Buckeyes sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Sends it back in motion. Second down, gonna throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will, finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Took care of it himself. At the 35, he's loose. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. The fake and wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going for 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab in the end zone. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Straight ahead, it's Williams. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans, taking on the number 17 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's USC with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor.
The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Coach Loxley told me coming out of the locker room, they have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the 3rd quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the 3rd. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. To the air, it's Washington. Out wide right, it's Fleming. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep it from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the 1st half. 2nd half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, here on the Buckeyes sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. 2nd down to the air. Looking deep. He's got it way down the field. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Rushes on. Avoids pressure on the right. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Official stopping play as one of the Terrapins is down on the field. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Might as well give it to him again. Could be an alley. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Buckeye! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is good. Deep in the end zone, it's Manning. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Out wide left, it's Durr. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. To the air, it's Washington. Extending the play. There he goes. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever...
Ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Caught behind the line. It's Danzy. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
There's some room. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football. It's going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Washington. Snags it over the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Grab behind the line. It's Coleman Williams. Could not make his way to the corner.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The snap sets up the throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I know we're in the 3rd quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drop. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
Just drives it between the uprights.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, here on the Buckeyes sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Turning it on. The 50. Running through contact. Pass attack. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, it's Williams. He's got the first down. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, a lot of space. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. Just watching the clock run out on this one, and we can turn our attention to what's in store for next week here in the midpoint of the season. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Smith takes the handoff. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Left side, it's Manning. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Never a doubt. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Smith. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Tight end now in motion. The give and tick, 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 tick. Got room at the 35. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Had to get rid of it quickly. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding.
Intentional grounding.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down.
Ready, go!
From the gun, looking for a man. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Maryland!
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Bringing it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Now on first down from the 30. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Stepping to the right. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Going to try to get it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosions.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Manning. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.